Hey everyone, here's a recap of the Midjourney Office Hours from February 1st. So the biggest things on their mind right now are version 5 and improvements to version 4. The first thing we will see is probably more aspect ratios to Midjourney and Niji, which is going to be 1:2 and 2:1. 2:1 is essentially 16:9, just slightly bigger. It has better composition and less borders. They are trying to ship it soon, so keep an eye out for that. They're also looking at improving word filters as well. That's great. David talked about version 5 and said that it might be close to working, although he was hesitant to say that. It looks good, but it hasn't been tested enough. They have to be careful. It takes a lot of testing to make sure a new model works in all scenarios. We've heard this before. It'll be higher resolution, sharper, and have better details, but he also said it'll be faster, and I think that is just crazy. David said he's not sure what it will be beyond that. They will be shipping without a lot of features they had planned, and he's hoping that the image quality boost should be enough to visually please people. Some of their bigger plans have been dragging a little, but he said it's all a part of research and development. Like, how long does it take to climb a mountain that nobody has climbed before? Are there obstacles along the way? They are trying to go fast, but everything is new and the unknowns take time to understand. They also might update the default style of version 4 one more time. That's just a thought he had, and version 5 is probably going to have a different style as well. He said that search on the website hasn't been working for like 2 months. I didn't know that. I mean, it kind of works, but I think I understand what he means. He said there's too many users, too many images. Apparently search isn't that hard for like 1,000,000 images, but it's like impossible for 1,000,000,000, so they needed a new system. It should be fast, and it should be here within a week or two. Again, exciting, look out for that. They're also trying to build social features into the search function, which would be something like highlighting weird and unique images, like the website itself telling you how unique your picture is. I think that could be really cool. That kind of advanced feedback would be super fun to interact with and a really inspiring vision of the future. The team is doing a lot of hiring behind the scenes. He called it distracting but also good. Then David touched on faster image generation and how it could change the user flow. Like, how much better would the experience be if you got images in 10 seconds? He then talked about how there could be sliders to change the image in real time. That just sounds crazy to me. And he talked about something like a magic paintbrush tool where you would draw and then the pictures would swirl and form around what you drew in real time. Wild stuff. But he said real-time stuff is not easy to ship. Because of the way Midjourney works through Discord, they would need some sort of like video streaming infrastructure if they wanted to do real-time interactions. So that's something to consider in the future. He said that free tiers are also still being explored, and these are for people who are great at making images but just can't afford the service. Then he talked about how they're still progressing on in-painting and out-painting, but it's not working that well. And then he made an important note. One of the reasons that Midjourney is better than other models is that Midjourney is different than other models. So adding in things that other services have is not as straightforward as you might think. Nonetheless, in-painting, out-painting could be pushed down the road a bit. He briefly talked about how they're thinking of upgrading the number of images in the $10 plan. He's not sure of specifics, but they're looking at it. They want to make it a better value. Adding 2 more images wouldn't really help, but 100 or 200 more might be helpful. Then he even talked about a tier that was higher than the Pro one, but they wanted to offer something cooler than just more fast hours. They've also been trying to add tiling to version 4, but that's been lagging behind. There might be a Midjourney magazine that gets made soon. They want it to be free, but shipping costs are just too much. So eventually people would just have to pay for the shipping. And it would be like a little news thing to keep track of what's going on. Also, more events are being considered soon. They want you to fill out a form so that they know if there's enough people in a given city to host an event. I'll put the form link in the description of this video. That's all for today's office hours. I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time.